So, you know that your story is one of your most powerful assets as a business owner. But how do you tell it so people actually listen? So you've got a great story to tell. You've figured out what your sticky story is, and it's one that's going to hook your ideal client and get them sticking to you like Velcro. But how do you tell it in a way that's not going to send them to sleep? You can have the most incredible story in the world, but if you don't tell it in the right way, nobody is going to listen. If you want to tell your story, but you're worried that you're going to bore people with it, give me a thumbs up because you are certainly not alone. In this video, I'm going to give you a really easy formula to make sure that you tell your story in a way that people are going to stay hooked and interested and listen all the way to the end, also known as the call to action. So maybe you want to tell your story, but you're worried that it's perhaps not dramatic enough or interesting enough or glamorous enough. Well, if that's what you're worrying about, let me put your mind at rest straight away, because it is not necessarily the most dramatic story that's going to capture people's interest. It is the true one. But what is really important is that you learn how to tell it well. It's not what you say, it's how you tell them. Lucky for you, you don't have to be Tolkien or J.K. Rowling to tell a ripping good yarn. You just have to understand how stories work. And inside this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a very simple process that you can follow every single time you want to tell a story and know that it is going to be a good one. Hi, I'm Kate and I've been telling stories for a living for nearly 20 years. And so it's safe to say that I can spot a good story when I see one. If this is something that you want to learn more about because you understand that storytelling is the most powerful tool you can have inside your business, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I post tutorials for coaches, creatives, and heart-led entrepreneurs every single week, helping them use copy, content, and storytelling to grow their businesses. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified every single time a new tutorial lands. So, what is the secret to telling a great story? Well, one of the things that are vitally important is that you understand how story works. And lucky for you, there is quite a simple formula for that. It takes you through 4 steps, and that's exactly what you're going to learn inside this video. So step 1 is context. When you tell a story, your reader wants to know when it happened and where. So for example, once upon a time in a land far, far away. Or a couple of years ago, I was in a big department store choosing Christmas presents for my kids. Step 2, there is a series of events. In other words, basically tell them what happened. So I'm in a department store shopping for Christmas presents with my kids, and it's crowded and it's rammed and I'm squashed up against the wall here, and I've got this guy standing next to me with this empty baby carrier on his back, which is really very annoying. And so because I don't really like tight spaces or anything like that, I spent my whole time looking at my phone. Doors of the lift opened. Guy with baby carrier walks out in front of me. Me with phone glued to my face walks out behind him. He stops dead to figure out where he's going. And yes, you guessed it, I walked smack bang into his back. Step 3, the twist. Give them a surprise, a revelation, or a moment that changes everything. So I walk smack bang into this guy's back, and I, of course, having been crushed up against him for the last 10 minutes in the lift, tut very loudly. He turns round. "Oh, I'm sorry," says Tom Hardy, love of my life, who I didn't know that I'd been crushed up against for the last 10 minutes and would have happily been so had I bothered to look up from my phone. Step 4, the ending. Give them the outcome, the lesson, or in your case, perhaps the CTA or call to action. I kind of stammered and stuttered, and he smiled, and off he walked into the crowded department store, leaving me to realize that if you spend 99.9% of your life with your nose in your phone, you're going to miss a lot of things. True story, that. So I really hope you enjoyed that video and that those 4 steps to telling a great story are going to help you start telling your stories to help you grow your business. Until next time, I'm Kate. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can check out the next one from me right here, and if you click down here, you can grab a free gift.